Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to automate Instagram lead capture and send email offers. So I run a business where I want to send offers in email via Gmail to the Instagram lead ads and even add their records in my Google Sheet. So here my objective is, as soon as I receive a new lead over my Instagram, I am going to create record of that lead in my Google Sheet and even send offers in email. So here I am going to build this automation by using Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to build this automation, let me take it towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video I am going to show you how you can send offer emails to Instagram leads and save the data to the Google Sheet. So right before you on my screen you can see I have integrated three applications, that is Instagram leads, Google Sheet and Gmail. And now I am going to show you how you can build this amazing automation for enhancing your own business. But before that I am going to show you the real working of this automation which I have created using an automation tool, that is Pabbly Connect. So for testing this, let's move on to my lead ad testing tool page. So here you can see in my lead ad testing tool page it is asking me to select the page. So here I am going to select the page which I have created in my Facebook account, and that Facebook account is connected with my Instagram account. So here I am landed to my Facebook account which is already connected to my Instagram, and on my Facebook account I have created this page, that is Natural Glow Skincare. And now I am going to select this page over my lead ad testing tool page. So now let's search for it. So here you can see I'm getting this page, that is Natural Glow Skincare. So I'm going to select it, and here as I have selected it I am getting the option for selecting the form which is already selected as new lead ad forms. And afterwards I am going to delete my previous lead because we can create only one lead per form. So now let's select it, and here you can see as I have selected it I am getting this pop-up which says you do not have a lead submitted for the selected form yet. So now let's click over this preview form button and we will be landed to our form. So here I have filled this form by selecting my skin type as dry, first name smart, last name user, and email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com and the phone number. Now I am going to simply submit this form, and as I have submitted this form, my form has been successfully submitted. Now let's move on to my Google Sheet to check whether I am receiving the data over there or not. So here you can see I have created this Google Sheet named as Instagram leads where I am getting four fields, that is full name, email, phone number and skin type, where I am getting the same data which I have recently entered over my lead ad testing tool page, that is full name smart user, email smartuser@pabblytudes.com, phone number and skin type, that is dry. So here you can see we are done with our first step of automation. Now let's move on to my Gmail account to check whether we are receiving an offer emails over there or not. So here in my Gmail account you can see I am successfully receiving an email having the subject, thanks for connecting, enjoy 15% off your first skincare purchase. And here you can see I am successfully receiving my first name which I have recently entered over my Facebook account. So now you can see I have successfully built in this automation by just using Pabbly Connect. So you can also build an automation like this and enhance your business. So for accessing Pabbly Connect you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/connect, and once you will enter the URL you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly which can be seen here. And on this landing page you can see we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user you can simply click over this sign up free, and if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Connect you get 100 free tasks every month for practicing Pabbly Connect. And if you already have an account you can simply click over this sign in. And now before moving on forward I am going to tell you about Pabbly Community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly Community where automation users, marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant update regarding using the Pabbly applications. So you can also join Pabbly Community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly Community you can find link in the description given below. So now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect again, and here I am going to simply click over this sign in. And once you finish your sign up you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page where you can see the products provided by Pabbly. And as we are going to integrate some applications we will be using this app, that is Pabbly Pabbly Connect, which can integrate different applications and start automating your work. So for automating this task, we have to access it by clicking on this Access Now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect, which can be seen here. And on this dashboard page, you can see I have created many folders, and inside these folders I have created my workflows by integrating many applications. So if you also want to create your own folder, you simply have to click over this Create a New Folder button, and here you have to provide the folder name, and if you want, you can select the parent folder as well. And afterwards, you simply have to click over this Create button, and your folder will be created. And now I am going to create a workflow by integrating some applications. So for that, you simply have to click over this Create Workflow button, and here we are getting the option for selecting the workflow builder. So here we are getting two workflow builder, that is Beta, which is modern, faster and more flexible, and another workflow builder we are getting is Classic, which will provide you stable and familiar approach. So here I am going to use this newly launched workflow builder Beta. So for that, you simply have to click over this Select button, and you will be getting the dialog box where you have to provide the workflow name. So now I'm going to provide a name to my workflow here. So here I'm providing it the name Automate Instagram Lead Capture and Send Email Offers, and afterwards I'm going to select my folder as Gmail folder. Now we simply have to click over this Create button, and here you can see we are receiving this pop-up that is workflow created successfully, and we are successfully landed to a workflow page where we are getting the option for adding the triggers. So now you might be wondering, what is this trigger? So triggers are first application or the application which is going to initiate a workflow. So in this case, I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new form submission over my Instagram lead ads. So here I'm going to select my trigger app as Instagram lead ads. So here you can see I'm getting this trigger app, so I'm going to select it, and afterwards I'm going to select my app event as new lead instant. Now we simply have to click over this Connect button, and here we are landed to the Instagram leads connection page where you can use your existing connection, and if you want to build a new connection, you can simply click over this Add New Connection button, and afterwards you just have to click over this Connect with Instagram lead ads, and here you have to select the Facebook account. So you have to remember one point, that your Facebook account must be login, which is connected to your Instagram account. So here I am going to use this Facebook account which is connected to my Instagram. Now we simply have to click over this Continue button, and afterwards you just have to allow the access, and your connection will be built. So here you can see my connection has been successfully built, and afterwards we are getting the option for selecting the page. So I have already shown you that on my Facebook account I am going to select this page, that is Natural Glow Skin Care. So now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to select this page. So now let's search for it, and here you can see I'm getting this page, so I have selected it. And the next we are getting the option for selecting the lead gen forms, and here I'm going to select this form, that is Natural Glow Lead Ad Forms. So if you want to receive the lead of only this particular form in your Facebook pages, you can select it, and if you want to receive the data of all the forms created in this page, you can select all lead gen forms over here. Now I'm going to select this form, and if you want to build your own form inside your Facebook page, you just have to go to your page, and here you can see we are getting the option for Meta Business Suite. So you just have to select it, and you will be landed to the Meta Business Suite page where you can see the option of all tools. So now let's select it, and here we are getting the option for Instant Form. So you just have to select it again, and we will be landed to the Instant Forms page where you can see the forms created under this particular page. So from here you can create your own form. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect. Now here we are done with the page and the lead gen forms. Now I am going to enable this toggle for receiving response in simple format. Now we simply have to click over the Save and Send Test Request, and here you can see it is waiting for the webhook response. So for providing the webhook response, we have to do the test submission, and for doing the test submission you have to move to my Meta for Developers page. So here you can see I'm landed to my Meta for Developers page where you can see the option of resources. So here in this resources I am getting the option for developer tools. So you just have to select it, and you will be landed to this developer tools page where you have to select this option, that is Lead Ads RTO Debug tool, and you will be landed to the Lead Ad Testing tool page where you have to select the page and form. So here I am going to select my page, that is Natural Glow Skin Care, and afterwards I am getting the same form which I want to select. Now I am going to first delete my previous lead, as I have already told you that we can create only one lead per form, and here you can see our lead has been deleted. Now again we have to click over this preview form button, and here we will be getting our form. So now I am going to fill this form over here. So here you can see I have filled this form providing skin type as oily and the first name testing, last name user, email testing user @pabblytudes.com and the phone number. Now I am going to submit this form, and here you can see as I have clicked over this submit button, my form has been successfully submitted. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect to check whether we are receiving the response over there or not. So here in my Pabbly Connect you can see I am successfully receiving the response with the same details which I have recently entered over my lead ads form. So with this we are done with our trigger setup, and we can have only one trigger application, but you can have many action applications. So here I am going to add 2 action applications, that is for adding the data to the Google Sheet and sending email offers. So I am going to simply click over this add new actions tab button, and you will be landed to this action setup page where I am going to select my action app as Google Sheet, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as add new row. Now we simply have to click over this connect button. So if you want to build a new connection, you can simply select it, and here you have to sign up with your Google account, but I am going to use my existing connection, so I will be using this, that is select existing connection. And now we just have to click over the save button, and here you can see our connection has been saved successfully. And here I am getting some of the fields. So the first field I am getting is for selecting the spreadsheet, which is already selected as Instagram leads. So now let's move on to my Google Sheet which I have created. So here you can see this is the spreadsheet I have created named as Instagram leads. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect, and here in my Pabbly Connect it is already selected, and afterwards we are getting some of the fields. So now I am going to map all these fields. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I am going to map my full name from the response which I am receiving from Instagram lead ads, as it is my previous step. So here I am going to map the full name. So firstly I am going to map the first name, and afterwards I am going to map the last name. So here I have mapped it, and afterwards I am going to map the email. So here I have mapped my email address as well, and now I am going to map my phone number, and afterwards I am going to map my skin type, which can be seen here. So here I have mapped my all details, and these fields are dynamic, means it is going to change with every new responses. Now we just have to click over the save and send test request, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response which demonstrates that we might have built in the connection. Now let's move on to my Google Sheet to check it. So here in my Google Sheet you can see I am successfully receiving the response which I have recently entered over my Instagram lead ads, that is full name testing user, email testing user @pabblytudes.com, and the phone number and the skin type. So here you can see that our first step of automation is working properly. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect and add one more action step. So for that you simply have to click over this add new action step button again, and here I am going to select my action app as Gmail, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as send email. Now again we have to click over this connect button, and if you want to build a new connection you can select it, and here again you have to sign up with your Google account, but I am going to use my existing connection. Now we simply have to click over the save button, and here our connection has been saved successfully, and the first field I am getting is for entering the sender name. So now I am going to enter my sender's name manually, that is Pabbly. So this field will be static as I have entered it manually, and this is not going to change with every new responses. And afterwards we are getting the field that is sender's email address, which is already entered as my email address. Now the next field we are getting is for recipient's email address, so I am going to map it from the response of my Instagram lead ads, and afterwards we are getting the field that is CC and PCC. So if you want to send this email to multiple recipients, you can enter CC and PCC as well. Now I am going to enter my email subject over here. So here I have entered my email subject manually. Now I am going to enter my email content over here. So here you can see I have entered my email content, and after this word hi I am going to map the first name of my lead. So here I am going to map it from the response. So here I have mapped the first name of my lead. So with this I am done with my email content as well, and afterwards we are getting the field that is email content type, which is already selected as plain, but you can select HTML as well. And now we just have to click over the save and send test request, as these fields are not necessary. And here you can see I am receiving a positive response, which means we might have built in the connection. So for testing it, let's move on to my Gmail account. So here in my Gmail account you can see I am successfully receiving this email having the same subject which we have recently entered over our Pabbly Connect, and here I am getting the same first name which I have recently mapped on my Pabbly Connect, and this is the name which I have entered over my Instagram lead ads form. And here I have added my Shopify link as well, so that my user can make a purchase again. So here you can see our automation is working properly. So you can also build an automation like this for your own business by just using Pabbly Connect. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Connect now and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating many more amazing automations and integrations like this. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. And if you want to practice this workflow, you can find its link in the description given below. And if you have any doubt, you can post it over the comment section. So thank you for watching this video. Not only this automation, you can build many more integrations like this by just using Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can post it over the forums.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Connect for free now.